welcome back to my channel. This is Kept and Covered, and I'm your host, Keebie. On this channel, we hold space for honest, real-time reflections on faith, healing, and recovery. I don't have all the answers. I'm just sharing the raw reality of walking with God through everyday life, and I'm just really glad that you're here. On today's episode, I am going to be talking about my walk through anger and basically just what I have been working out these last couple days. Right now, I'm reading a book called You Are What You Think by David Stoop. And it's a Christian book. And I came across this chapter where he's talking about anger. And at first, he was just going on. And I'm like, okay, this ain't me. I can handle anger. And then he said, how can you be angry and sin not? And then he said something about exercising or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not angry, whatever. And he was basically saying the examples of things that people say to how to get over anger. And he was basically debunking all of them and saying how, and the reason why they don't work. And he got to a part where he explained why we are angry. And the reason why people get angry is because because we say should. They should do this. They should be doing that. They shouldn't do this. And it causes us to be angry. And then I was I was meditating. I was like, that's me all the way. Anytime I'm upset, it's because I believe somebody should be doing something, or upset because they shouldn't have done this. And I realized that I am angry 9 times out of 10 at my job because of those should statements. And it just blew my mind. I'm one in awe that God is literally healing me. And 2, in the ways that he does it from a book. And so that's why reading is so fundamental. Like, you literally should read. And so I was putting this into practice. So in the book, he gives you steps on how to overcome how to be angry and sin not. And it says that you should make a list of 3 columns. The first column is what exactly you're angry about or who you're angry with and for what. Right? What should statements in the middle column that you say that makes you angry. And then the third column of how to correct the problem is by putting what you want or what you desire. So in my case, when I'm angry at a coworker for not, getting the register, the middle column, they should get the register. If they see me doing something, they should do this or whatever. The third column, I desire for them to get the register. I desire for all of us to be on the same one accord. I desire unity. Do you know what that does? It gets to the meat of the bones of the problem. I'm feeling disunity. And so then I take that to the Lord. And then the Lord helps me take that in a meeting at work. But it definitely helped me today. I've been making those. I started this 2 days ago, then this morning, and I could be there all day writing about why I'm angry and what I'm angry for and the should statements and the desires. And it just really does get to the meat. I tested it out when I first read this with ChatGPT. I brought up a situation that I've been angry about. And it really helped me get to the meat of the problem. I've been angry with a person because they're not doing something that I believe that they should do. And because of that, I feel like I can't be myself around them because they're not doing something spiritually that I desire for them to do. And that also brought up another point of me wanting to fix a person because I desire connection on a deep level. And if they aren't on my level spiritually, how can I be in relationship with them? Chat helped me realize that just because we are not on the same level spiritually doesn't mean I need to fix them, doesn't mean that I need to change them, and it doesn't mean that I can't be myself around them. So that boiled down to me and my fear of conflict because of my past trauma and how I grew up. Chat made me realize that disagreement does not always automatically mean conflict, right? And just because we don't agree doesn't mean conflict. It showed me that when I'm not trying to control a person or change them, that it frees me up to love them better. And that hit me. It said that it's a double bind. It says that I'm afraid of two things at the same time: silencing my convictions and speaking my convictions. And because I'm feeling like I need to correct, approve, convince, or silence. But there's a third option, which is calm differentiation. Differentiation. I see that differently, or even just not engaging deeply. That's not really how I see it. That's not how I really understand it. No edge, no fixing, no proving, no shrinking. My convictions are not fragile. They don't collapse because someone disagrees. They don't disappear because I don't debate. I'm telling you, I love ChatGPT. I love it. Right here, it says, yes, so how I grew up was disagreement felt unsafe. Conflict led to criticism or invalidation, really just anger. So now I fear that be careful, don't be too much, don't cause tension, but also don't betray yourself. That's exhausting, and that's what I've been, exhausted. Having convictions is not the same as needing to correct someone. Disagreeing is not the same as creating conflict. And silence is not the same as peace. Right now, my body equates disagreement with danger because of old experiences. So when someone says something spiritually off in your view, your system tightens up. But I don't actually need to correct, approve, convince, or silence myself. That was so freeing, but at the same time, it was still it's still scary because at the end of the day, I'm still working all this out, and it just has to be unlearned. And the only way to truly unlearn something is to go through stuff. Exposure therapy. And so that's scary. But I know God's got me, and I'm excited for this new chapter. He really is like growing me and teaching me so much. And I just adore him so badly. God, I love God. And I just pray that I just trust him and continue to surrender to him and have pure obedience, because I realize that I have not, chat help me realize that I have not had pure obedience. I've been obedient, just not like pure obedience, because I've been obedient on my terms. Is that crazy? I was like, wow. Yep, that's me. He's just been really digging things up out of me and really teaching me things, and I really am excited because he's just showing me that he's answering prayers of mine. I really am healing, and you're along for the ride. Hold on. I hope you're ready. All right. Thank you guys again for joining me on another episode. Stay open, stay honest, and trust God with the process. Bye. See you guys in the next one.